Okay. Thank you again, Roseanna. Everybody, this is Shootin the Breeze with Heather, and Roseanna White is joining us again because the last time I talked to her, it didn't go so well. Technical difficulties. So I'm going to try not to keep her too long today, but we had such a great conversation the other day, and I'm really fascinated with some of the stuff she told us. So you're in West Virginia, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And how long have you been writing, Roseanna?
Started writing in primary school. I wrote my first book from the ages of 12 to 13 that I finished. I had started many beforehand and never finished them. So I've been completing novels for many years, let's just say.
What was your first published one?
A Stray Drop of Blood we put out with Whitefire, which is our company. We launched the company with that book. So that was the first one that was out and available. My first with another company was Love Finds You in Annapolis, Maryland with Summerside. And then Harvest House and now Bethany House.
Wow, very good. So your current collection is the Edwardian series. Tell us a little bit about that.
It's pretty exciting because it's actually a rewrite of that first book when I was 12. So
I didn't know
it's
that.
obviously been rewritten a few times. I like to say it's a rewrite of a rewrite of a rewrite of a rewrite, but it does still have that kernel that started the book when I was 12. So that's really cool. And the characters' names are still, the main characters' names are still the same. That's about all that's the same. So it was really exciting when we got a contract on that one. It had originally been set in Victorian England, and then with the rise of popularity of Downton Abbey, my agent asked me if I had anything Edwardian, and I said, not at the moment, but I have something I could rewrite again to be Edwardian, and it actually worked perfectly with the characters and their mindsets. They were always meant to be Edwardian. I just didn't know it yet until then.
Okay, so tell us the name of the books and the order that you should read them.
Right. The first one is The Lost Heiress. Number 2 is The Reluctant Duchess, and the series just finished last September with A Lady Unrivaled.
So, if they're in the same series, do we see continuation of the heroine's story, or?
They each have a unique love story, so a different hero and heroine in each one.
Okay.
There is a continuing mystery thread through all 3. So there's a lost treasure that gets found, and so that is the continuing thread through all 3 as this rare treasure gets passed from one heroine to another.
Now you have written historical fiction that really spans the gauntlet there of time and space. What's your favorite century, decade, location? What's your favorite?
I don't know if I could pick because I love history so much. It's just so much fun to learn what makes each era and each setting unique, that whichever one I'm writing, I get totally caught up in it and just fall in love with it. But I am having fun sticking with Edwardian for a while, and not having to redo all of my research every single time. There's something to be said for that.
There is
so
something
at the moment, I have a series starting this summer that's also Edwardian England, so I'm getting to use a lot of what I've learned already over again, so that's nice.
Okay, so since you brought it up, tell us about the new series.
Okay, the new series is called Shadows Over England, and it picks up where the first series left off in terms of time. The first series ended in 1914. This one starts in 1914, but totally new set of characters.
Okay.
So this is the early days of World War I, and we're following a family of thieves as they are set on adventures by what turns out to be an agent of the government, but they don't know it at the time. So basically, they're given these challenges of stealing things that aren't really physical things. They have to, steal someone's good name or, that sort of thing. So through that, they actually end up finding redemption and true love, of course, because we have to have romance in it, or it's not a book for me. So I'm also dealing a lot with some unexpected things I learned about World War I, which is how the arts play into it. So the hero in my first novel is a novelist, because novelists were recruited by the government to write propaganda into their books. I didn't know that until I started researching.
I didn't know that either.
Very interesting. And in the second one, I actually have an orchestra of Belgian refugees that were actually recruited from Belgium when Germany invaded by 2 sisters in Wales, and they were all brought to Wales and everything that they gained through their concerts was sent back to Belgium as a relief fund. So that was a cool little tidbit too that I learned. So.
Oh, that is actually very interesting information. Now, I read in your biography that you write beneath a Betsy Ross flag. Now, I didn't ask you about this last time, but so tell me about the Betsy Ross flag.
Well, when I think it was from a subscription to or membership with Colonial Williamsburg, I got their magazine, and when we first signed up, they send you a Betsy Ross flag. So I actually don't have it hanging right behind me at the moment, but I have traditionally had it hanging right beside my desk. So it was actually a curtain through my window for a while.
That's funny too. I asked about it because I was trying to think and looking over your books. Have you written a book that's set during the 1700s or early American?
Yes, two of them. Lost Lines in Annapolis was 1783 to 1784.
Okay.
And so that was actually right after the Revolution and includes the signing of the Treaty of Paris in it. And then the Culper Reign series begins with a Revolutionary War novel as well, Ring of Secrets.
Okay. What, so the new series is coming out this summer. What else do you have on the docket or on the editorial calendar? Anything else this summer?
Well, that's keeping me pretty busy right now. So that'll be another trilogy, and that begins in July. So I'm currently working on edits on book 2, just sent in round 3 edits on book 1, and I need to start writing book 3. And as I have spare time, I'm going to be working on a free novella to get out to newsletter subscribers. So I'm in process on that, and I would like to do another biblical in the next year or 2.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't touch on that last time. You've written, what, 2 biblicals? 4. Okay. Wow. Okay. I've done too many interviews. Everybody's running together. Tell us about those.
Okay. Well, the first one was A Stray Drop of Blood. That was my debut novel.
Right.
So I actually wrote that during college, mostly. The idea came to me when I was 16. And as a short story, and so I wrote the short story, and it stuck with me, but I knew I wasn't ready to really work on it yet. Mm-hmm. So as I was in college, though, I was studying a lot of ancient literature, basically. So I'm just steeped in the ancient cultures. So that was really the perfect time for me to write it. So I did, but it was a very intense book, and I was doing a very intense program of study, so I couldn't really work on both at the same time. So I would write it during holidays and breaks and over the summers, and then write lighter things during the school year, because I have to write or I go crazy. So I actually finished it up within a week of graduating from college. Wow. And then, worked on revising and editing and rewriting again. So that was the first one. It centers around the crucifixion. So the crucifixion happens actually halfway through the book. And then my second one was Jewel of Persia, and this is what I call the Esther story that isn't about Esther. It's actually about Esther's best friend, who's another wife in Xerxes' harem. So that was really fun to write. Esther has always been my favorite book of the Bible, but I didn't want to just do it like everyone does it, Yeah. My way of writing historical fiction is to use a fictional character to tell a historical story. So that was number 2. Then I did a sequel to A Stray Drop of Blood, which is set in Rome about AD 60 or so. Mm-hmm. And then just this last Christmas, I put out Giver of Wonders, which is actually the tale of St. Nicholas in his youth, and how some of the Christmas traditions associated with him actually began.
Fascinating. You've got a really good list of books. So when you were in college, what were you studying?
Well, I went to a college where everyone takes the same program of study. So it just lists it as liberal arts. But you actually study the great works of Western civilization from ancient Greece all the way up into, American and, the more modern stuff. So it covers it all: philosophy, history of math and science, physics, linguistics, comparative literature.
The reason I asked is, to me, it seems like it would be so difficult to do research for biblical times. But I guess if you started there, they kind of laid the path out for you so you knew how to study. Tell me about how you researched something that old, that ancient.
Well, there's a lot of books available just for, you have to research what their houses look like, that sort of thing. I mean, there's a wealth of information out there. So a lot of it, when I'm checking that sort of thing, is even online, and I have some books on, Roman houses, and but what I found invaluable was just that I read so much literature written then. So, I mean, nothing puts you in the mindset of a people like reading the things they read.
Right, right.
So after spending, I guess, 2 or 2.5 years reading all these ancient works, it was like, I don't need to research. I
Wow.
just think like them. So, yeah, I think that gave me a bit of a leg up on that. And then I just had to do all of the tidbit research on, what did their clothes look like? What did their house look like? That sort of thing.
Wow, that seems very intense to me. On a lighter note, how did you meet your husband? Now, you're married. You have how many children? 2, and you homeschool them.
Yes, I do.
Cannot even imagine. How old are they?
We have a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Okay. And you met your husband in college?
Actually, we met in high school. We've known each other since middle school.
Middle school, wow.
We dated in high school. And went to the same college, got married during college, and just celebrated 15 years this past June. So we're coming up on 16.
So, having known somebody that long, was there an official, did he get down on his knee, or did y'all just sort of slide into it?
We knew we wanted to get married. And so, I mean, we picked out the ring together. It's not like it was a surprise or anything like that. But, yeah, so we went to college engaged and got married after our freshman year. We had a lovely wedding at the beach. It was awesome. And then we discovered that you get a lot better financial aid when you're married and poor. So it suited everybody quite well.
Well, there's incentive.
It's very practical. It was a practical decision. One we intended to make, whether it was practical or not. But, yeah, it worked out really well.
Wow. Okay. So I think I asked you this last time, but I do not remember your answer. So, what's the best and or worst date? And I think this question was hard for you because you've known your husband so long, wasn't it?
It was, but I've had time to think of it. And, when you only ever dated one guy, it's hard to pick, one date that really stands out. But something I remember just because it was funny. We had gone out for dinner and decided we'd go to Starbucks to get coffee for dessert. And we had just gotten my new to us car, and it has these tiny little cup holders that, will hold a can but not a bottle. So none of our travel mugs would work in it. So while we were in Starbucks, we saw they had a lineup of nice travel mugs that had what looked like small bottoms. And David's like, I wonder if they'll fit in our cup holders. I don't know. How do we know before we buy them? And so he goes up to the clerk and he says, can I walk this outside and test it in my car? I'll need my wife as collateral. So it's like laughing hysterically. He's like, yeah, go ahead. So he walks outside and the guy looks at me and goes, dude, you're only worth a coffee cup. It's like, okay, he'll come back. And he did, of course. And they fit, so that was lovely. But, a little silly thing that has stuck with me.
Married life.
For a coffee mug, what can I say?
So is there a genre or time period you haven't written in that you want to?
Well, I'd like to go back to early America at some point. I still have some ideas that I was hoping to get to that I didn't quite yet. And I have some Civil War setting stuff that I even already have written that I'd like to publish someday. And otherwise, I don't know. I like kind of seeing what comes and exploring the different historical eras, and who knows where I might go. I say, I don't want to go into World War II, that sort of thing, but that's now. Who knows what story might hit me later.
Yeah, if the right story hits you. Are either of your children looking like budding authors?
Yes. Currently, my son has no interest in anything that has to do with actually writing, but my daughter is currently working on a book, a middle grade book, and she let me read a couple chapters of it the other day, and it had me laughing out loud. She has real voice, which we all know is hard for an author to find, so I was quite impressed with her work.
Oh, good for her. I wish some of my kids like to read and write. They'd rather not.
That's my son. He'd rather do anything but
yeah. What does your husband do?
What doesn't my husband do? He runs his father's auto hauling company. the managing aspect and the logistics company, so dealing with getting things from here to there. And he runs White Fire Publishing.
Oh,
and
wow, okay.
he's hoping to branch that out into White Fire Productions and get into some film and stuff. So that will be quite an investment, so we'll see how that goes.
Wow, so you didn't mention that last time. That makes me so curious. What kind of productions do you want to get into?
His passion is television, so he really likes to work on some indie fictional shows, and that would be like on an online format, you know.
Like webisodes, things like that?
Yeah.
Well, that is really interesting. Okay, I've had several people ask me to ask this question, and I'm trying to phrase it. What habit do you have as an author that makes your family crazy? Is there anything about your writing career that just makes them roll their eyes? Like, ah!
Well, I tend to get very involved in what I'm doing, and what at least frustrates them a lot is that they have to nudge me or call for me 10, 12 times sometimes before I actually get up and do what they need me to do, or even acknowledge they exist. And given that my office is the kitchen table, so, you know, I am always accessible, but I'm not always meant to be accessible, so there's a lot of mom going on around here.
Wow, so do you write at the kitchen table?
Yes.
Wow. Do you wear headphones?
Most of my writing is in the morning before other people are really up and demanding too much. So I get up at 5:30. 5:30 to 7:30 is my main writing time every day.
Wow, that's early.
I'm a morning person. Just don't try to get a coherent thought from me at night, and we're fine.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I thought I was a morning person, but 5:30's pushing it.
Desperate measures.
Yeah. Well, speaking of desperate measures, I'll share a tip with you. Maybe it will help you. In my iTunes app on my computer, I have the sound of rain. And if I have to write someplace where I need to drown out TVs or video games or whatever, I turn on the rain. And it's like a white noise that doesn't distract me, and it covers up the noise around me. Maybe that'll be a helpful hint.
Probably try it.
I'm throwing it out there for you. All right, Roseanna, so how do people get in touch with you if they want to contact you about your books?
I'm addicted to email, so they are welcome to email me at roseanna@rosannawhite.com.
Okay.
My website is rosannawhite.com, so there's a contact page there. My blog is rosannamwhite.blogspot.com, and I'm on Facebook at Roseanna M. White, or Twitter at Roseanna M. White, so I'm everywhere.
Okay, well, yeah, you're accessible. Okay, well, I appreciate it. I really do. You coming back and doing this again. So you have my gratitude. Thank you, and everybody, Roseanna White, go out and buy her books. She's a well-reviewed, well-liked author. I've started one of your books, I'm not going to say which one, and it's intriguing, very intriguing. And it's not even a genre I like, so very good, very good. Thank you, Roseanna.
Thank you.
Every time I say your name, I want to say Roseanna Dana. You remember her?
Oh, I get that. I get that a lot.
Yeah, never heard that
They
before.
call me that all the time.
Yep, all right. All right, thank you so much. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.